Your body's calling. This ain't never. I will be right here. So have no fear. Your body's calling. This ain't never. I will be right here. So have no fear. Your body's calling. This ain't never. I will be right here. So have no fear.
Good, everybody. What's up, everybody? How are you doing? Now, before I get into this shit, right? Hold on, let me see something, because my computer screen's tripping. Y'all listen, it's like every fucking time I go live, it don't matter what channel I'm on, right? I always have to go to the bathroom, or I have I need something to drink. It's always one of those things. I'm like, what the fuck? So, real quick, if you're new to my channel, right? And you're not used to the things I do over here, this channel is more so like a kickback, right? So whether you're drinking your Alizé, cognac, gin, etc., your wine, sit back and relax. It's kind of like a podcast version. I talk about sexual things on this channel, and I started this channel about 6 months ago, and I already reached my goal of 1,000 subscribers, but I hit on my videos, and I kind of felt bad from coming over here because it's kind of like, China White, all she talks about is sex, right? That's not fucking true. Y'all, look, I promise you that's not fucking true. Hold up. Girl, let me mod you up, girl. I'm sorry, I had to remind everybody. Let me mod up my girl, my boo. That's my wifey right there. And I'm gonna still call you virtuous woman because you're a virtuous woman. So it's like this, right? I do not just talk about sex, y'all. Like, that's bullshit, right? What's good? And and it had me, and I never want to be the person to doubt my abilities and the things I want to do, because at the end of the day, y'all, like, everybody can do what they want to do. I do not step on people's toes, y'all. I promise you I don't. I promise you I do not step on people's toes. Like, if people want to talk about, our race, money, love, relationship, divesting, and marriage, don't be, don't marriage, like the sector I'm in. I'm in the manosphere, and I'm also in the red pill sector, and I'm also in a couple of other sectors due to my channel. And it's kind of like, if I'm not the type of chick, right, to tell people what they should be talking about, why do I get so much flack, right? And it's like, should I talk about this topic? Like, I feel like it's room for everybody, right? I don't step on nobody's toes. Like, I promise you I don't. I don't step on people's toes. I do my thing. And I queued up this live stream last night because I'm like, fuck it. We're going to talk about cheating. We are going to talk about what drives a woman to cheat. Like, and I know this is a good topic for virtuous, because she's a deep thinker, and I love her mindset. I love her skill set. I like the things. I like how you break things down. I love a deep thinker. I do. I can appreciate that. I can appreciate a person that's a deep thinker like myself, you know? And because it's not many women that can actually break things down and see many different points of view. That's the thing. And when you run across certain individuals that are like-minded as yourself, you kind of want to, it's kind of like this, but it's for respectful reasons, because I'm so scared that I'll clash with anybody, because it has happened in the past. So I kind of take my baby steps when I find like-minded women like myself, and women that actually understand where I'm coming from, because it's not a lot of women. And I know that I can be blunt, and a lot of people take it as me being a bitch, but it's just me caring. I care. That is why I'm so blunt. And if I say something, it might hurt, but I'm still with you. I still rock with you. I just want you to be your best. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of times, like, women like myself, it's hard for us to connect with other women like ourselves, because it's not a lot of women that are deep thinkers that actually can read between the lines. That might go over a lot of people's head. It might go over a lot of people's head because reading between the lines is just things people don't do anymore. Like it's kind of like you can see something and you can pinpoint it to where it started. You know where it's coming from. You can sense if it's jealousy. You can sense if it's hate. You can sense if it's coming from a loving place. And sometimes we are so we be so deep in our thoughts that we will question our own thoughts. That's how deep it gets. So I completely understand with deep thinkers, right? So I kind of take my baby steps around deep thinkers because I don't want to step on their toes because it's kind of like we actually understand each other. So it's like, with like-minded individuals, we kind of give them room because we know how we get and we know how we come off to people. So we give people room, right? At the same time, we still love and support, right? So it's kind of like that. So shout out to Virtues in the chat. Right. Right. So let's get into this topic, right? So, I do my commentary before I start my live stream, right? So it's kind of like this. I'm gonna just put some of my thoughts, and it's like this. I look at myself as an artist, right? Whether people understand that or not, I look at myself as an artist, because I create, right? I create. I always want to create things, and I want to inspire people. I want to inspire you. I want to put my thoughts out, whether it's in writing, whether I'm recording. I want you to actually understand where I'm coming from. Sometimes it's hard for me to connect with my audience, right? Because I feel like I'm in my way of delivering, if you actually understand what I mean. So my delivery might not make sense to you. And it's kind of like how you talk to your grandparents or your mother, your father, and they're telling you some real shit. But sometimes their delivery gets in the way and you may not understand. And then you have that aha moment later on. Like, okay, that's what my mother was talking about. That's what my father was talking about. That's what my grandmother was talking about. That's what my my auntie or my uncle. And a lot of times I feel like my delivery be at a miss. I feel like that sometimes. So just be open minded over here. I don't on this channel, I don't judge anybody's sexual preferences. I don't. This is why I created the channel, because I want free thinkers over here. And if you feel like, if you don't agree with me or etc., yeah, you're free to state your opinion. It doesn't mean that I'll challenge you on your opinion. I'm gonna let you have that. It's kind of like I allow you to state your opinion. I'm not gonna get in the way. And you know what, y'all? While I'm on that subject, right? I want you guys to understand something. The reason why we go through stress, a lot of stress, right, is because we don't allow our family members or our friends or our partners to have their opinions. I allow people to have their opinions on me. So if people believe I'm this, I'm that, I say, okay, I agree. I agree if you don't like me. I agree if you don't want to talk to me. I agree if I'm a slut to you. I agree if I'm this to you. I agree to all of that because I want you to keep your opinions, but I want you to keep it over there. I'm not going to come in the way of your opinions. Give me one quick second, guys. Hold up. All right, so we just allow people to have their opinions. We do not judge anybody's sexual preferences over here. So if you like eating booty, if you like, I know I was talking about something else, but I'm like, fucking, let me just move on. If you like doing threesomes, if you're a woman and you like doing threesomes with two men, that's your business. That's your thing. So let's get into this. Why women cheat? What is it about cheating, right? What is it? And I'm gonna be honest, right? This is my truth. I'm not saying that I cheated. I'm not saying that I cheated, right? All right, Bertrand, you give me Bertrand. I'm gonna have to get you up here so we can do another fire live stream. I'm gonna have to get my girl Bertrand up here. You know what, y'all? I'm so freaking wrong, y'all. I'm digging in my purse. I'm sorry. All right, so it's whatever you want to do. It's whatever you want to do. So I don't judge. So what is it about, creeping, right? And I never cheated, right? I never cheated. I never cheated before. Did I have thoughts? It have crossed my mind. In a long-term relationship, it have crossed my mind. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because my first relationship, right? I wasn't being fulfilled sexually. I wasn't. He actually depressed my sexual hunger and my desires. He depressed my sexual urges in my first relationship, right? Now that's my fucking truth. I know I got haters. They listen to me in the clouds. They might regurgitate it, but I own that shit. And he depressed my sexual urges for so fucking long. And when our relationship finished, I was dealing with a certain man. He did some he mentally stimulated the fuck out of me. He fucked my mind. He fucked my existence. He fucked my soul. I don't believe I had a heart when he was done with me. I do not believe that shit. He I was mentally fucked up. And he understood. He understood it. He understood taking your time with a woman. And it was so hot. It was so hot. It was endearing, right? The forehead kiss. It was the forehead kiss. It was something so wrong. It was so wrong. And my fantasies were so fucking wild. The type of things that I explored, right? I'm not gonna put it out there, but I'll say this. I'll say this, right? It was a lot of dirty things. It was very dirty. And it was a lot of kinky type shit going on there, right? And it had me wondering, right? Like recently, if a woman is not being sexually fulfilled, how is she supposed to get her sexual gratification if the man that she's dealing with not fulfilling her? But she runs across, you know, Mr. Mr. Know-it-all, Mr. Clean. She run across Mr. Handyman. What is she supposed to do when the guy that she's dealing with is depressing her sexual urges? See, I want men to understand that the same way you have urges, women do as well, but it gets worse when we get older. I will say past the age of 26, because that is when a woman begins to know herself, because it's like she's learning her body. Past the age of 26, I'll say, we begin to know what we like done to our nipples. We begin to know what we want done to our ass. We begin to know what we want done to our body parts, our pussy, etc., our neck. And a lot of times when we are in relationships, the men that we're dealing with, he cannot demolish her. He doesn't conquer her sexual appetite. I'm going to put this out there and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a fucking freak. I'm a freak. I own it. I own this shit. And any man I'm dealing with, he's going to demolish me sexually. Sexually, I need that done. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to pretend. I'm not going to dance around and pretend like I don't want these nasty things done to me because I do. I need that. I need my inner animal controlled and dominated. And if he ain't up for the task, I will tell him. And it might hurt some feelings, but it's coming from a loving place because I don't want to step out. Because if I run across a man and his energy exude yours, I might fall prey. And that's just being honest. What do you expect a woman to do when she has an inner animal and it's not being tamed properly? It's not being fed. You're not watering the grass. What is she supposed to do? Asking a question. She become extremely sensitive. And when she gets around a certain type of man, she's drawn to that man. And it's nothing nobody can do about it. So it's like you ever met a woman and the energy was just so fucking strong? The energy was so strong. You want to know why? Because she's receiving you. She let her guards down. And this is how I talk about sexual energy, how to block off sexual energy. I might talk about it in another live stream. But when a woman's thinking sexual and it's hot and it's steamy and, he's turned up and you're turned up, right? The energy is like you can cut it with a knife. That's how steamy it gets. Give me 1 second, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Give me one little second. All right, so when it comes to cheating, sometimes with a woman, if she meet that dude and she's in a relationship with a man and he's giving her everything she desires, she doesn't feel guilty about giving your pussy away. And yes, I said it's your pussy because it is. It is your pussy until she give it away to another man. So a woman does not feel guilty about that. No, she doesn't feel guilty because a lot of times we need that. We need that. We need our grass watered. You may not understand that, but it's very true. So if her hunger, her inner animal is not being tamed, the energy when you get around a woman, it craves that sexual energy. And a woman could be dealing with you for sexual purposes only because she's getting her need met in other um, aspects of her life. Those needs are being met. But it's just one thing that's not being met, and it's her sexual urges. And for women, a lot of times we cheat emotionally. So, how does a woman cheat emotionally? When she can meet a man that will listen, when she can meet a man that understands her, When a man can mentally fuck her mind, when he can mentally fuck her mind. Because a lot of times we women, we hold in a lot of things when we are in a relationship with you. Because let's be honest, fellas, when you are dealing with a woman for a certain period of time, you begin to shut off to those dragged out conversations, things we want to talk about. You know, when a woman say, I need to talk to you, we have to have that talk. When years begin to pass, through the years, you begin to shut off. It's because you're used to that woman. So you have selective hearing. So certain things your woman says to you, you just shut off. I have spoken to men that have selective hearing when it comes to their woman, because we women, we talk a lot and we like to express ourselves. And when it comes to your woman expressing her thoughts to you, we look at it like, why are you not listening? It's frustrating as fuck, because I could be telling you that, you know, this situation is taking place, that situation is taking place, and I'm unhappy, and you're still not hearing me. So when we get to a point when a man is not hearing us, when we meet the man that wants to hear us, and this is emotionally, when he allow us to just tell him everything and he's just listening, because see, that man understand the emotional connection that a woman really needs, what a woman desires. And that man right there is a dangerous man. Many men think that the dangerous man is the man with the sexy body. No, the dangerous man is the man that can stimulate her intellectually, that can connect with her emotionally, with her mind. Because he can be anywhere in the world and she can have an orgasm just by hearing his voice, just by talking to him. That's a dangerous man. And that's the key a lot of men don't possess. Because that's when a woman will begin to have emotional affairs. That's when a woman is cheating emotionally and she believes in it. A lot of people don't understand emotional cheating. Emotional cheating exists because it is a thought. It's not in an action just yet. It's going to be an action if it's not with the man she's communicating with, but she's going to communicate with someone, because she's she's releasing herself to a man. She's in action of letting another man know how she feels, because when she tells you, you don't connect to her mentally. So she meets a man and he allow her to just pour all her feelings and everything that she's going through. He allows her. That's the dangerous man. That's the dangerous man. It's not your neighbor. It's not your friend. It's not the man at her job. It's neither of those men. It's the man that she can connect with mentally. The man that can stimulate her fucking mind. Because then she connects with him with her soul, her being. And with women, that's a reality for us, because we are emotional and we are mental. Men discredit women on being, women are not mental. Women are very mental and we are emotional, and our pussy is connected to our emotions. A lot of women know how to shut that part off, so she doesn't feel anything. I meant as in the point of being emotional over a man, any man she have sex with. But women, we are emotional. So we are very mental as well. So it's like this, right? With the cheating, right? With the cheating, we don't we're not angry. Especially, it's kind of like a release. It's kind of like, oh, thank God. Like I just had to bust that nut. Like that's how it is. A woman ain't gonna feel guilty. She's not feeling guilty because, she's been depressing her sexual urges for so long. Especially when a man understand what a woman wants. Listen, I have three fetishes. There are fetishes. They're my fetish. I need these things done to me to get off. This is some real shit. And I understand that. I know my body and I know what I desire. Yes, I'm very fucking, I'm with the shits in the bedroom. I am with it. I'm most definitely there. I get it. you know, Sometimes I think I'm too much. I do. But it takes a certain type of man to fulfill my hunger. And I understand that. This is why I don't judge what people like in the bedroom. I don't do that because everybody is different. Everybody. You cannot shame anybody on their sexual preferences because everybody's grown here. Everybody choose what the fuck they want to do. Like, I'm not judging anyone and I don't give a fuck. I just want to have the conversation. You know what I mean? So, I'm not judging anybody. I feel like, hold on, give me a second. I love this song. It's so sensual to me. It's very sensual. It's very sensual to me. So, the moment we meet our match, right? A woman meet her her match. It's like that's when everything stops. That man becomes a sexual imprint in a sense, right? Because these are the things that she's missing. And some of the things she never had done to her, he did to her. And what do I say about when a woman learns something new sexually? She'll always remember you. It's kind of like her first time. When I say ejaculate on my brain, fuck my understanding, and impregnate my mind, that's some deep shit. It goes over a lot of people's head. That means a lot because when a woman is a virgin mentally, right? And she doesn't really have understanding about her body. She may have had sex before, but mentally she's never been fucked. Spiritually, she's never been fucked. That is when you ejaculate on her brain, impregnate her mind, and fuck her understanding. That's some deep shit. That all correlates together when it comes to a woman being mentally, stimulated and having things done to her she never had done. So let's say, like, after my first relationship, and I was so, like, I was in a fucking maze that when I heard his voice, I will be stimulated as fuck. I couldn't speak. I couldn't speak. I was so drowned. He was drowning me. I mean, his energy was so motherfucking strong that I would lose my breath. I just, I just, and it was everything that I needed, right? At the time, it was, it was everything that I needed because my sexual hunger was depressed for so long. And the crazy part was he knew what the fuck he was doing. He knew what he was doing to me. And he took his time and he allowed me to let out my inhibitions. I I let out my inhibitions on him. Any little nasty thing I could think of that I wanted done, he never judged me. Never judged me. And it was, I'm gonna tell you, it was some things. It was some very, very dirty things. And he most definitely fucked my mind. You know, he ejaculated on my brain, fucked my understanding. He most definitely did that shit. And he took his time with me. He took his time with me. Now, I'm not talking about cheating, right? I'm talking about just the sexual part of a man exploring her inhibitions. When a woman has the propensity, when a woman has the propensity, so this is what that means. Every woman has an inner whore. I know virtuous know what I'm talking about. That's why I need you up here. I've been telling you. I said we got to do a live stream together. I've been telling you because she's deep too with her shit. Virtuous is very deep with her shit too. She's very deep. So is it's like this. When a lot of times as women we're scared of the unknown, and a lot of times we feel things, right? And I'm speaking from a younger woman getting older with her body and understanding her sexual nature, right? Understanding the things she like, understanding her nipples, understanding her clitoral, understanding her body. We have these sensations when we're having sex, but it's kind of like, why am I not exploring that part? And if she explores that part by herself, she finds out that she's very stimulated. Now, she has the propensity to let out her inhibitions. She just don't have nobody to guide her there, to lead her there. You get what I'm saying? So that's a lot of times women we begin to understand our own bodies before men could teach us. If a woman's dealing with an older man, oh yeah, he definitely knows. He definitely knows how to help her understand her body, and a lot of times a older man can actually teach you about your body. That's when women get caught the fuck up, you know, because he helped her have her first orgasm. So that's like a drug to us, and it's like this, right? And I'm gonna just put it out there, an orgasm is like a drug because when a person is high, I forgot what they call it, but it's a type of hormone give off and it shoots to the brain, and it shoots to the brain and it's pleasure. It's very pleasurable. That's the same feeling that, when you have an orgasm. That's the same feeling people that use drugs they feel, right? Yes, dopamine. So when a woman has her first hit of having that orgasm. Now, some women, they never experience multiple orgasms. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, right? This the crazy part, right, y'all. I I had multiple orgasms for the first time in my fucking life last year. It's different levels to this shit. Sex is so many layers, right? And you can only respect that. You can only respect that when you respect that, if you understand what the fuck I'm saying, right? Because a lot of people don't actually talk about the different layers to sex, the physical part, the spiritual part, the mental part. They don't really do that shit. And it's not talked about in a delicate way. It's no respect there. It's no respect when it comes to talking about sex, because these type of conversation is over a lot of people pay grade. They will never understand this shit because a lot of people are simple minded. But I'm taking my time tonight. We riding this thing. We going hard tonight, but we're gonna take our time while we going hard, right? Yeah, we going in, but we're gonna take our time. We're gonna do it in a delicate way, right? And that's the thing about a lot of people, right? When you hear sex, it sounds so washed up. It sounds like it's like ugh. You know what I mean? It's like, what happened to respecting the nut, right? Respecting the orgasm. I respect that shit. So when we talk about a woman having the propensity to let out her inhibitions, she needs help. She needs a little boost of taking her there. She just needs it. And some women learn how to have an orgasm through watching porn. That's just fact. A lot of women are introduced to having her first orgasm and experiencing that rush by looking at porno magazines and watching porn. It's just facts, right? We all adults, right? And in a sense, it kind of cripple her because we will have a certain image in our mind of what is sex, not actually the art of sex. When a man is actually teaching you about your body, or you teaching yourself, you believe that mimicking what you see in a porno is taking you there. And that's what cripples a lot of women, because those images are still on our brain. That's the first sign. That's the first it's kind of like a woman is being introduced to sex through some dysfunctional shit, right? Not saying that porno is bad, for each his own. But I'm saying for a newcomer, and I'm not talking about a man because I'm not a man, I'm talking about a woman. And I want you to understand the mind and understand the things that we go through so you can actually get it. So a lot of women first introduction to sex and learning her body is porn, because either her boyfriend is the same age as her and he doesn't know, or she never had a boyfriend and she just did it one night, and she just want to learn her body, so she woke him in porno, and that kind of like stained us because we thinking that's what sex truly is when it's really not. But we learned that throughout the years of being in a relationship, right? um so when we go back to a woman propensity to let out her sexual inhibitions, every woman has that, and it starts with you fucking the mind. You have to allow her to tell you her fantasies and her desires. Every woman has them. I have I have fantasies, dirty fantasies. Dirty, very dirty, very nasty, right? And you know, It is what the fuck it is. Um, Many men, they will see my fetishes as, you know, ill. That's why it takes a certain type of man to understand me. I think it's the energy for me. It's the energy for me. So I'm not looking at a man from the physical realm. I'm actually looking at him from a spiritual realm. The chemistry and the sexual attraction has to be there because that's some of the most amazing sex of your fucking life. And if you never had sex with a person that you are extremely turned on by, to the point that you just get wet, and um you never had amazing sex, you never had it before, that is some of the most powerful sex. It's like two magnets, you know what I mean? And it surpassed physical. It begins to go into the it begins to go into the energy, the spiritual realm. If you can understand what the fuck I'm saying, you're not really fucking physical. You begin to fuck that person on different dimensions. If you can understand what I'm saying, if you get it, it's a lot of lust, it's a lot of passion, it's a lot of that, and it's overwhelming. Um, it's kind of like he have to, his his dick is always hard, and your pussy is always wet, always, and it's like two fucking magnets drawn together, and it's some of the most electrifying sex you will have. I'll tell you this, it'll be some of your top three best sex you ever had in your life. And that's on another deeper connection, because this is the thing people don't understand. You can run across a person. You might be in a relationship with a woman. If you're a man in a relationship with a woman, or if you're a woman, you're in a relationship with a man. But it's going to come a time you're going to be put to the test, because you're going to come across a person that energy exude the person that you're dealing with. That's a test. It's kind of like you have to literally slap yourself. You have to literally focus so you don't fuck this man. That's just how it is for women, for a woman. If his energy exude the man that you're with, or the woman energy that you come across, her energy exude. That's good. Hold on. Give me a second. I had to mod you up, sheet, because I had to restart my moderators over again. I had to revamp. So it's kind of like if you come across a woman that her energy exude the woman that you're with, and your wood just won't go down when it comes to this woman. And it could be her voice, it could be the way she looks, and the energy. That is a straight turn on. And that's a test. Because if she's not being sexually fulfilled, she's gonna ride. And it's gonna feel good riding. Even in a relationship with her man. She's not thinking about bills. She's not thinking about you. No. It will feel so good to let out her sexual frustration out on someone that actually gets it, that she will be so bound to this man. She will despise you. That's how serious it is when it comes to a woman's sexual hunger. And I'm just giving you some real shit, right? When I think about how I'm like, damn, if a woman go 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, 10 years, come on now, and she haven't had her sexual needs met. Now I'm not saying that the sex may be good, but she's not reaching her highest potential. When I say her highest potential, everybody has. It's kind of like, have you ever had sex with a woman that can literally take you there sexually? Sex is very deep, very deep, especially if you're having sex with a woman that knows what she's doing and she knows what turns you on and she does it. So I'm gonna give you an example, right? So, um, you know, as a man, you know, in my life, I'm not gonna put a time limit because I just have too many people that be following me and stalking me, right? And when we would make love, he told me what was one of his fantasies. And when we made love, I did it. I took him to paradise. Like, it was to the point that, and if you never had a real true orgasm, for a man, orgasm can last an hour. You can still feel it in your dick. You know what I mean? Your penis will still be jumping and it will still be hard. And one thing about him, that I physically turn him on. I physically turn him on. And I'll tell you what it is. No, I'm not gonna put it out there, but when we made love, I did it. Like, it has a lot to do with licking, and it has nothing to do with eating groceries. Sorry, I don't do that. I don't do that. But it has something to do with licking. You know what? I just put it out there. He liked his pecs licked. And while I was on top riding him, giving him, I was just riding that shit. I was, I sucked on his pecs. I was licking him. I just bent down. I just began to suck on him. And he just fucking, he was done. Nigga was shaking. And I actually took him there, right? And he had a strong orgasm. And I'm trying to be as delicate as possible I can, right? And I just took him there, right? I was sucking on his pecs. I was riding him. I like to play, right? And I just reached down and I just started sucking on his pecs. I got 4 piercings. I just got my tongue pierced again. But I have 2 piercings at the time when we did it. And I just put it on him. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like me. I'm helping him. I'm pulling that inner animal out of him. And he had a strong orgasm. And when you have a strong orgasm, your dick stay hard for at least an hour or two after sex. It's kind of like when you have sex, your dick just won't go down. Like, even an hour after. Like, some men have an orgasm and then you good. Your penis will go down. Well, no. When you have a strong fulfill orgasm when a person literally takes you there, right? Your penis will stay hard and bricked up for at least an hour to 2 hours after sex. And that's if a woman can fully satisfy you and take you there. She has to take you there. And that's how it is for women. When you can fully take a woman there, a woman can have multiple orgasms without your penis even being inside of her. You can stimulate a woman, right? You can stimulate a woman just standing in front of her, right? You just have her sit down in a chair, right? Cause like this shit is for me, it just take me there. It just mentally that shit just take me there. Have her sit in a chair butt naked, and kiss her and talk to her while you playing in her kitty. And be serious, talk to her and look her directly in the eyes. It has to be eyes contact. And a woman to have a orgasm just sitting there listening to you. And that's you connecting with her. She can't give in. The begging is not gonna work. All of that's not gonna work. You get what I'm saying? That's actually taking a woman there without any penetration. You're not penetrating her. What you're actually doing is fucking her mind. You're fucking her mind, fam. That's what you're doing. So a lot of times we women, we want to be, you got to take us there mentally. So when you penetrate her, women have multiple orgasms, she won't stop. Because you're starting to fuck her mind. So when it comes to cheating, a lot of times women are happy to cheat because that certain man know how to actually pull that inner animal out of her. Just like it's a certain woman that can fulfill you sexually. She can pull that inner animal out of you, take you there. So when it comes to cheating, Sam, when it comes to cheating, is it bad, right? But I'm gonna let you guys answer that question. I'm gonna let you answer it. I'm gonna let you answer that question. I'm not gonna answer it. That will be something you have to answer for yourself. So I appreciate you guys coming through. I love y'all. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. If you didn't hit the like button, hit the like button. You know. Oh God, Senator Salt is here. What's good, fam? You just missed one hell of a live stream, right? Gotta catch the replay. So you always do. You always do. Oh my God, why all my day ones coming in here? Well, a couple of my day ones came through here. But no, so you have to catch the live stream. It's one hell of a live stream, I can tell you that, right? So make sure y'all hit the like button. You guys have to check out my sis Virtuous. Drop your link in the chat. Drop your link in the chat. That's my sis right there. So I'll let you guys be the judge. Is that cheating? Is it actually cheating if her needs are not being met sexually? Because many men want women to understand when they're cheating, right? Right? So I want you to be the judge, right? And I tell you guys in the beginning of the live stream, be open-minded when you come to my chat. Don't have your guards up. Sit back and relax. Drink your champagne, whatever you drink, your tequila, your Hennessy, Courvoisier, etc. Sit back and relax. You know what I mean? So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Make sure y'all hit the like button before you leave. Until we meet again, right? until we meet again, let me pull up my video. Yeah, I had to do this, like, right? This was a conversation that we need to have, and we did. So I appreciate you guys for coming through. Thanks. So until we meet again in this chat room, this your girl, China White. I love y'all. Peace.
Your body's calling. This ain't never. I will be right here. So have no fear. Your body's calling. This ain't never. I will be right here. So have no fear. Your body's calling. This ain't never. I will be right here. So have no fear.